Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
They cannot block us. Let go. Get out. Oh. Easy.
So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7.
Hey.
Black 80! 180! 11.
And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him. So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7.
21. By 20! 180! Hey, go! 11.
Now Garoppolo. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss.
12.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Hey, go!
They'll toss it to Breida. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Michael Bannon able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
Here we go. 180! Move it up, fellas.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Graham. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
And out now come the Eagles. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hang in there now. Rip.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. To throw, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Wentz to throw for it on fourth. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
21, 21. Boy, 20, 180.
They run with Breida, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out.
Here we go.
Everyone's got four down.
Black 80! 180! Black!
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down.
11.
Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Throwing on first is Wentz. It fights him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Eric Armstead in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Get over there. Go.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line.
Come on now.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 4th down. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down?
Come on.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And Tate's got it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. On first down, Scott. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! Jay Ajayi, 31 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
3 down. 3 down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Garoppolo to throw on second down. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got him in, complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half. We'll come back here right after this. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
21. Hey, come on. 65.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Niners on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
20, 20, 13, 12.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Jordan Hicks with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7.
6. White. Go ahead. 11.
Garoppolo going to go on fourth down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Nigel Bradham not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10.
Lion.
On play action, it's Wentz. They'll roll him out right. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
For Tokyo.
And they'll run it here. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see.
Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 9 seconds to play. Likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. A little 360. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. But gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Try the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
This is Breida. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Now it's Breida, and he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
47 to Mike, boy, 47. Check, 47.
They're going to run. It's McKinnon. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
13.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Mike Bennett in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here we go.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Michael Bannon in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
12, 21, 21. Yes.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on fourth down. They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not
21,
stop
21.
them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Fighting him off. Fourth down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
Well, there's a bunch of pressure that time on third down. They nearly got him. Probably should have gotten him, but he's able to escape the pocket. But unfortunately, by then, that play had already broken down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
21, 21.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Dante Pettis, a 14-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are back within a score. And it's up and good. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
3 down.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On 3rd down, that's Scott. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Come on now, let's go.
On 2nd down now, Scott, and he gets it down to the 32. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
They run again with a Ajayi. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. On the carry, this is Scott. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Boston Scott, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know. But
and he's into the clear. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 105 yards. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. And that big 4th quarter return, Charles, makes this a 1-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had a big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for 2? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. And you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
Right back to him on 1st down. And now running right through him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick. He's been decisive. And he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On second down, Scott. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Now Wentz, and this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. And the pressure gets to him again.